Hey guys, Shadefire here with episode 4 of Let's Play Dead Space. If you remember from last time, we gathered one piece of the thermite bomb used to get through this barricade, and now we've got to go get the other one from the diagnostics room. If you've been referred to the lab, please have your referral form and CEC authorization ready, then proceed to the lab office. There's a lot of actual, I haven't really pointed this out yet, but there's a lot of little signs and bits of writing and stuff scattered around. I say. Also, one thing I'm not sure I mentioned was that for both the dead people around the ship and the actual designs of the necromorphs, the team spent a lot of time researching basically photos of car crash victims who died to get the right shredded corpse look. Alright, the flamethrower is not going to be very useful in this room. Now there's another power node lock here, but we don't actually have enough space to carry the stuff in there. Here's a text log. It basically is just about one of the patients from the colony, the guy named Harris, who basically went crazy and killed a bunch of people but couldn't explain why he did, other than to get the voices and faces out of his head. This was after the colony fell apart from discovering something. Oh, actually, there's a bench here. It's been a while since we've upgraded anything, so I'm going to throw another upgrade down on plasma cutter. Let's see. We're going to go with the top path because it's more rewarding in the short term. Now, where did that lever go? Good at it. Not sure if this one's dead. Some flamer fuel, which is good because we didn't have any actual ammo for this thing. Put this battery into the battery hole, which just powers up this little. Oh wait, let's go in this room first. Grab this power node. As good as time as any to show off the flamethrower, which is not very good against slashers. There is some enemies that the flamethrower are good against, but we haven't actually seen any of them yet. Okay, so grab the power node, the flamer fuel. That's rather ominous. Especially since this guy didn't apparently die from anything necromorph related, so he probably killed himself. Judging from the foam at the mouth. Some sort of overdose. And now we can buy ammo for the pulse rifle, which means I might actually buy it soon. I didn't even really point it out when the tooltip popped up, but yeah, anything with this magnet symbol you can drag around with the module, which is used for some pretty simple puzzles. I think I just cut the tip of his tail off. Which is like where the actual little blade they attack you with is. Line racks. Take these line racks. Stasis recharge. Drag this big stupid thing over here. I don't even know what this thing is. It's not like some sort of stasis pod for studying bodies. Another one of these locks. This is the zero-G therapy chamber. The first zero-G environment in the game. This was another thing they talked about a lot, but when the game was being developed. What are you willing to give up your life for? A bunch of crazy runic writing. Put it back where it belongs. Another picture of the marker from the Unitology poster. And a lot more alien writing. Where is here? I don't know if that's he or here. And then where's God?
Entering vacuum.
Oh no, wait, sorry. I got the two mixed up. First we have to go through a vacuum.
When you are in a vacuum.
Which is basically just like every other environment. There's a planet down there, Aegis 7. It's the ship. But yeah, you essentially just have a air counter. And your flamethrower doesn't work. Most of your other guns do, since they're tools developed to be used in space. You can also upgrade your maximum oxygen capacity at a bench, but you don't really need that much.
As you know, the Ishimura is able to set its gravity locally. The grav boots will kick in when you enter a zero-G area.
Only crew members wearing gravity boots should activate the gravity control, which we have because we're an engineer who needs to walk around in space on the side of a ship. So here's the chamber. I don't really get what zero-G therapy would help you with. Okay, so turn off the gravity.
Flash red if you can't jump to a surface.
And basically you just aim your gun anywhere and hit control and you'll jump towards that space, unless you can't land there safely. And now we're on the ceiling! Grab this smashy smash box. You need one battery for that, but for some reason there's a bunch of them in this room just floating around.
Exiting zero gravity.
And I guess it's like a localized gravity field because, like, once you pass the door, everything in here is not floating. More fuel, and the shock pad we need to set off the bomb.
Great. You got a shock pad. Combine that with the thermite at the barricade to destroy it. Shit. I can hear more coming. Moving through the vents. Stay safe, Isaac.
So now there's leapers. Leapers are more dangerous than zero-G because, like you see, they can jump all the way across. Luckily, there's some exploding canisters here. Now they made this zero-G environment navigation a lot more complicated in Deep Space 2 because you can actually direct yourself when you're flying around instead of just hopping from wall to wall. But most of them in this game are pretty simple to navigate. Sometimes they like to put hazards like things that can kill you if you touch them. But it's never really too much trouble. And now we got Space Slasher! I think there's another one too. Should be one right as we try to leave. Yep.
Exiting vacuum.
He just wanted to hold me. None of that shit. So as you can see, you can actually use the blades from dead necromorphs to dismember other ones as kind of a last resort when you have no ammo left. But this leaper right here is stupid, and it'll just sit there and let us... Oh, damn it, I dropped my blade. Oh well. Ooh, fan blade. That'll work. I'm gonna have to try to use the line gun a little bit more because the ammo stacks only stack in stacks of 6, so it takes up a lot of space pretty quickly. That's the only real disadvantage to the line gun. And we're probably gonna replace it once we have better stuff. Or more efficient stuff. Like, the pulse rifle can hold a lot of ammo. Right here, they have a nasty little surprise for you where they throw a new enemy at you that you're not expecting at all that can actually kill you very quickly. Right around this corner is a whole pack of swarmers, which are little pieces of flesh that stick to you and start ripping you apart. And you have to mash E to get them off, but they kill you really quickly when there's lots of them. These aren't actually so much a new enemy as they're a new sub-enemy. These things were actually created by another enemy that we won't be encountering for a little while. Flamethrower is really good against them. Those things are very, very deadly on higher difficulties. Alright, so now we've got our bomb. We can get through this barricade. Without, you know, exploding ourselves by standing right beside it.
Okay, you're through. Should be clear from there to the morgue. Remember, the codes are on the captain's body.
This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan transmitting ship-wide. We need more help. We don't have the resources to deal with this many cases. Nobody would tell us what's happening. These wounds, we are not equipped to deal with this. Get him to the table. Hold him. Nurse, you hold him down. And record him.
So understandably...
That was Nicole, right? I can't tell from here when that log was made. I'm sure she's around here somewhere.
As you can see, the clinic had a bit of a problem when everyone on the ship started dying at the same time. So, apparently a lot of people just sat in this waiting room and started writing with their own blood, or the blood of their neighbors. This, and another one of those drawings. Don't open that door. They have come. Give them more, give them hope, give them strength. They'll last a bit longer. We are so fucked. Hey, it's okay to be fucked, because it's time. No. So yeah, I just picture a whole bunch of people sitting in this waiting room, just scrawling shit on the walls with whatever fluids they can find. Oh jeez. Lurkers. Lurkers aren't that dangerous. This is another one of the little puzzles they like. It's just a bucket of goo. What is that? Is that like a baby in a bucket? Are those abortion buckets? one of the, like I was saying, puzzles they like to throw at you too is, hey, you need a battery to progress. We're gonna hide a battery somewhere. But in these early parts, they never hide it anywhere. Oh. For some reason, there's an oxygen thing here. More credits. Credits are always good. If this was a movie, I wonder how many buckets of fake blood they would have needed to create the entire set of the ship. Make up your mind, you little shit. You can tell when they're female slashers because their yells are higher pitched. Also, they have boobs, but you don't usually notice that when they're flailing their big stabby tentacles at you. You know, open this power node door. There's literally just piles of ammo. Don't need that. We do want the schematic though for the line racks. I'm just gonna drop these 2 line racks. Less now and many more later. What I really need is some health packs. Could always just buy some from the store.
Hello? Can anybody hear me? My name is Eileen Fisk. I just woke up in here and everybody was gone. I don't know what's happening. Why did they all leave? I'm going to try and find someone. If you can hear this, please come for me. I can hear scratching in the wall. Hello? Who's there? Are you a doctor? Why is everyone... Wait, I know you. You're Harris, the prisoner from the colony. You killed that nurse. Help! Somebody help me! Please!
So there's another mention of Harris, the prisoner from the colony. This is just a list of newborns born on the ship. So I guess I was wrong. The lurkers also come from the babies. Because necromorphs form depending on the shape of their hosts. I don't know what this guy's doing. He's just chilling here. Oh, I can't open doors when I'm corpse flailing. Well, I guess this is just some sort of future modern art installation. That's a giant ass baby. is just a communication between Terrence Kyne, the doctor, the chief medical, or I said that again, chief scientist on the ship, and the captain, who is telling the captain to not bring the marker up until they've studied it. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with it.
Science Log Chief Science Officer Dr. Kyne reporting. The colony's problems concern me greatly. I have no doubt they are somehow linked to the discovery of the marker, but the exact nature of that connection is still unknown. Almost 40% of the colonists are experiencing a form of dementia. The obvious symptoms are acute depression, insomnia, and hallucination. Incidents of violence and even murder also indicate extreme paranoia. Dr. Mercer has advised that I bring some of the affected on board for study. Dr. Wellen, the planet-side psychiatrist, has reported that his own analysis has been fruitless. I'm hesitant to rely on Dr. Mercer at this point, but I need his expertise. We need solutions, and we need them quickly.
Another baby bucket. So clearly the morgue was probably the worst place to be when the dead people started turning into horrible monsters. There's the captain right there. Unfortunately, he's made a new friend. This unpleasant bat-like creature is the Infector. It will turn any dead body lying around the environment into a enhanced slasher, which is basically just a stronger, faster slasher. Like the captain there. He's not dead. But you really want to focus on the Infector, especially because there's about 8 bodies in this room. I don't really know what that Infector was doing. It looked like it was trying to attack me, but normally they ignore you unless there's no dead bodies around. Because they can attack you too with that stabby beak they have. And if they kill you, there's actually a unique death animation for it, which I may or may not be showing off.
Codes received, and they look good. Thank God. I'll start accessing the captain's records right now. Head to the tram station, and I'll contact you there. I'm going to find out what the hell happened to this ship.
That text log was a post-mortem on the captain. Essentially, it says that he was involved in some sort of struggle from the various contusions, and also stabbed in the eye. More gibberish. Bloody handprints. Definitely gonna take this health back instead of the stupid kinesis stasis module. And another power node, which is always handy. So now that we've got captain's access, we can open some more of the doors on the ship. Like this tram that'll take us back to where we were earlier. So you can see enhanced slashers even take more hits to their limbs to sever them. Now we need to get back to the tram.
Somehow one of them found a way down to the captain's nest. I managed to contain it in a damaged escape pod. Lifting executive lockdown now. I found the deck logs. Whatever is happening around here, it came from the planet when they cracked it open. It spread to the colony and reached the ship. Isaac, this isn't an infection. It's some form of alien life. Shit, we've got bigger problems. The ship's engines are offline and our orbit is decaying. Get over to the engineering deck ASAP while I stay here and figure out what the problem is.
Gee, I guess we gotta go fix the ship some more. Before that, let's do some inventory management. The least exciting thing in any episode. So we dump those 2 schematics. So now we can buy ammo for the line gun and the pulse gun. I'm gonna actually store the flamethrower for now because we won't be needing it until a little bit later. And I'm gonna pick up the pulse rifle. Get some ammo for it. So the pulse gun is the only gun in the game that isn't a engineering or mining or anything tool of any kind. This is the only legitimate gun. It's also the only rapid-fire gun. Essentially, it is just a bunch of bullets at a spot, so you can use them in short bursts to cut off limbs and still be ammo efficient. Also, there's the completely ammo inefficient secondary fire, which is really cool looking but not very useful. Which is supposedly good for clearing crowds, but more often than not, you're gonna miss with most of those bullets. Anyhow, that's the end of Episode 4. In Episode 5, we're gonna travel to the engineering deck and get the ship in better working order so it doesn't smash into the planet. I've been Shadefire, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright guys, so you might notice there's still a little bit left in this video. I'm going to be doing a little extra feature at the end of most episodes with new enemies called the Death Reel. Basically each enemy has a unique attack that they can kill Isaac with, and I'm going to be showing you off the animations for each of those as we encounter them. We're going to have a triple feature for this one since there's 3 enemies we've encountered so far.